What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope we're doing well. Hope you've watched the previous two videos because they have some pretty good tactics that I've put out there this week, and they're still working right up until this point. However, the weekend league is always different to rivals. You know, we all know this. So I do try and create stuff that works in both. Sometimes you have to have two or three of these instructions in your slots to obviously, get the benefit from all this. Anyway, totally forgot I did Houghton. It wasn't until I was going through my players that I realised I had Houghton, and also I forgot that I did Maguire. So it was, yeah, I need to really check my club. Anyway, it's the 4-3-3. It's the 4-3-3-4 that we're doing, that we're working on this time around. I've come up against this a hell of a lot lately. I've actually come up against this formation probably more than the 4-3-2-1. So again, it's worth refreshing the 4-3-3-4. So as you can see, this is my setup. It's balanced: 47, 67, fast build up, direct passing 70, 7 in the box, 3 in corners, 1 in free kicks. This is the way I use this formation, and I find it works extremely well, especially for the high block and the high press, which is ultimately, what you want to use this for. You want to spring, you want to get like your players behind the ball, and then when you win the ball back, you want to spring forward so quickly that the AI can't pick up your runners, and before you know it, you're 3-4, 5-0 up, and people are quitting on you. Essentially, that's what happened in my weekend league play. I'm going to drop my weekend league gameplay in a minute, which was completely this formation. I used this formation, win, lose or draw. This is the formation I used. I went 15-5. So it wasn't great, but we did have a lot of stability issues this weekend and stuff like that. And I had 2 disconnects, which hasn't happened for such a long time. But 2 disconnects does make a massive difference. I would have finished 17 had I not had those disconnects. But I'm not going to complain. It is what it is. Like everything else, EA is EA at the end of the day. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to drop the gameplay in, have a watch, and then we'll come back and we'll do the instructions at the end. So I'm going to show the games I lose as well. I might as well. It's no big deal to me. I'm not a pro, as I've said many times in the past. But what I do like is you can see everybody is in my own half, and then this is where the counter-attacking 4-3-3-4 comes into play. Right there. It was a decent stay. I should have done better, but I'm going to predominantly show you guys the counter-attacking, because I think that's ultimately what makes this formation so good. Like here, for example, you can see we're all back. Every single player is back. Nice little counter attack going on here. You can see you can see Boniface is dominating the 2 centre backs. One decent pass through to him. One more pass. We're through on goal. And that was the theme with this 4-3-3-4 formation. That's what made it so good. And again, Boniface. As I said, he's really good in the air. He has a good shot on him, but he just doesn't have that body type that we're all looking for in meta, So for me, I won't even be using him as a super sub. I just wanted to try him out. Xavi Simons, he's a pretty good player, but again, doesn't really fit what I want to use him for. A little bit small, but that's why we end up going back to Werner and Mbappe. There's certain players you cannot leave out of your squad. If you've got the gold rare Van Dijk, he's still usable. If you've got the gold Mbappe, he's still usable. So that's what I like. I like the fact that I can mix it up with players and stuff. And again here, 2v2, one more pass. My biggest problem, I suppose, with EAFC is I always have to give that one more pass, and that is my undoing. That is my issue, because what I don't show you guys is the amount of times I do give that extra pass and my chance is gone. And I should learn to probably shoot rather than give it the extra pass. So I'm even as far in as what we are now, I still look for that extra pass, and I don't know why. And I've got to retrain my brain to stop. But again, here you can see we've got 8 players back, 2 players forward. Again, counter attacking going on. Mbappe holding the ball up. You can see everybody's bombing forward, and the passing is so intricate, and if you get it right, it's so rewarding and it's so fulfilling and satisfying. If you get the passing right, you can see here, you get the passing out wide, you're pulling his team backwards and forwards, left and right, you get a runner go through, and again, your runner's gone through, pass into the middle. Nice little goal. Normally that's where I'm trying to retrain my brain, because normally in those situations I'll give it one more pass. I'm trying to stop it. And again, we're all defending. 2 banks of 4. We get the ball back. Ball's gone forward. Now we're on the counter attack. You can see our midfield is running forward. We've got 2 running forward right now. One more pass. One more pass. One more pass. And a goal. I've got to stop that one more pass shit. It's not good for me. It's not. It worked in that scenario, but it doesn't always work. So I've got to kind of stop that. And then you can see here, once they get through your press, you are exposed, but you've got your 4 defenders sitting back, so it's not a massive issue. But like I say, this is more, in my opinion, this formation is more for counter-attacking. And you can see we're 2-1 down. And that's what I'm not going to just show you my wins all the time. There's no point. I might as well show you, the comebacks and the lows and stuff. And this was quite a sweaty goal right here. And lucky for Czech, he didn't save that. He almost had it. So yeah, we're 2-2. And again, we're on the offensive with this formation. You're not sitting back waiting for the counter attack. You are offensive. This is a nice goal by Alvarez there, and we get the 3-2 win. But yeah, I mean, it is an offensive formation, but I think it works better as a counter-attacking formation. So if you want to hold a lead and you want those 2 banks of 4, or even a 4 and a 5, it works quite well. So yeah, there's not much more I can say about this, because what hasn't been said before. Everybody knows how this plays. You've got your wing play, you've also got your midfield play, but like I said, it's more for counter-attacking. This guy just kept moving his keeper for some strange reason, and I could read it quite well. And again, here you can see that you've got an overload. We've got like a 5v3 at the back. One more pass, goal. One more pass. That's all. I should change the channel name to One More Pass, because it's crazy why I keep doing that. But again, I'm going to retrain that brain, start shooting on sight, and then go from there. And you can see what I'm talking about. Again, 2-2. So yeah, the comeback is real. The gameplay is pretty good. It does compete with the best formations out there, and the 4-3-2-1s, the 4-4-2s. It does compete, and that's ultimately, you want it to compete. You want it to be fun. You can get your favourite players in these positions. There's some players that you look at on your base formation, you can't get players in, but this one you can pretty much get anybody you want in there. That's what you want. So I'm going to leave you with the last few clips, and then we're going to jump straight into the instructions. So yeah. Yeah, so you can see we scored a lot of goals and we had a lot of fun, apart from the stability issues with the stuttering and the lag and everything else that goes along with it. It did make this weekend league a little bit less enjoyable than normal. However, we motored for it. 15 wins, better than nothing at the end of the day. So left back and right back are on overlap. Leave them balanced attack. It works pretty well in the weekend league. You're more attacking CM, cover centre, balanced. Your more defensive CM, stay back while attacking, cover centre. Your cams, stay forward, get in the box for crosses. Your wide players, come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, get in the box for crosses. Now, the reason we have them on comeback on defence is because we have the left back and right back on balanced, and we need some kind of defence there. We don't want to have these two upfield and then just leave our centre backs exposed. It's not going to happen. So that's the way round I like it. You could effectively have them on balanced and stay back, But this is how I prefer to use it. But obviously, you know, feel free to play around with your own setup. It's just a base. So yeah, and obviously, yeah, this is the same for old gen as well. And then your striker is on balanced width, getting behind it and stay forward. So this did pretty well. I do think I could have got a lot better had we not had the stability issues, but again, it is what it is, you know, and it is a pretty solid formation. It's up there along with the 4-3-2 ones, but however, it's a little bit wider. You also have the late runners from your Cam and your CM as well, which is pretty good. And I like that, especially with the TOTS players we have at the minute. You know, we have a lot of good midfield players. I have tried different. You're going to see Simon in this position quite a lot. I tried him, Boniface. I tried him as well. Also tried Sancho, players like that over the weekend league, but none of the German players really did it for me. Boniface was okay. Simons was okay, but for me, yeah, it wasn't really worth the Bundesliga grind this weekend. But again, it is what it is. Hoping for better tonight and over this weekend. And yeah, take care, everybody. Subscribe if you haven't already. Close to 1,000 subs. It'd be amazing if you guys could like, share, and subscribe the hell out of my channel. That'd be amazing to get to 1,000 subs before the end of TOTS. It really would. And again, you know, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing these formations. We're going to keep doing the reviews and everything else like that. So yeah, definitely stay tuned and take care.